Surprise! You have a new diagnosis! Surprise! You're having a flare-up on a really important work day! Surprise! Your insurance company isn't covering all your meds anymore and you have to find replacements. You know, chronic illness is like a series of surprises, and we can either choose to let them knock us down or we can choose to roll with the punches. Hello, I'm Jenni Grover Procopi from chronicbabe.com, and today is another AWAP Wednesday. For newbies, AWAP stands for as well as possible. And that's what I want for you, that no matter how sick you are, that you accomplish so much in your life. That's why I come to you every week with fresh, personal tips and techniques for crafting an incredible life beyond illness. Yes, I know you can. Before we go any further, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a AWAP Wednesday video. Last weekend, I was booked on a flight to fly home from Houston from visiting family, and 10 minutes from the airport, which is an hour away from my family's house, we got the call that our flight had been canceled. So we scrambled to reschedule, and then we found ourselves with like three and a half hours to kill, and we're not going to drive back to their house and hang out for half an hour, drive back we had to figure something out. We had to make it work. I was pissed. I was not excited about it because the major delay would mean that I'd be getting in bed about 4.5 hours later than usual, which is super bad for my health, but it was really out of our control at that point. Plus, I knew I'd have a flare-up the next day and maybe the day after. In fact, today it's a couple days after and I'm still flared up. And I was anticipating that, and I was just like, ugh. But I had to make a choice in that moment, in the car with my family and my fiance. I could either pout and grumble and be irritable for a few hours, or I could roll with the punches. So do you have to roll with every punch? No, there are some that are crazy, and you're completely entitled to have a big emotional response to really catastrophic things, to really challenging things. In fact, even little things, you're completely entitled to have an emotional response. You don't have to roll with every punch. You get to feel the feelings that you're going to have. But also, you get to choose how you react. Even if your instantaneous immediate reaction is like, ugh, you get to choose to shift course and react in a different way. I have this tattoo on my arm. It says, "Peace is every step," and it's the name of a book by my favorite spiritual teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh. And I put it on my arm because I need the reminder every day that I get to choose. In every moment, I can be crazy and angry and irritable and frustrated and catastrophizing, or I can choose to be peaceful in every step I take. So I try to react with peace. My fiance and my brother-in-law found a bowling alley nearby, and we went and had pin and tonics, and watching a 3-year-old and a 9-year-old bowl is pretty hilarious. So in the end, I was actually glad for all that extra time with my family. You know, flexibility is key. When you're rolling with the punches, you gotta be able to like shift and move around and change course pretty quickly. So I hate bowling. And when they said, let's go to a bowling alley, it's the only thing around, I was like, oh my God, I hate bowling. I broke my wrist a few years ago and it makes it really hard for me to bowl. It's super painful. So I could have been like, oh, I hate bowling, it sucks. Instead, I tried to be like, yay, bowling! I will not be bowling, but I will love watching you guys bowl, and I will cheer for you, and we'll get silly and goofy, and it was actually super fun, and I got to be the designated photographer. So, in this chronic illness life, you are going to get surprised by so many things. You're going to have a lot of opportunities to practice how you react. And if you're used to reacting really volatile and really emotionally, it's going to be an adjustment for you. But you can practice reacting in a more peaceful, flexible, resilient kind of way. And over time, your reaction will become more and more productive, even in the face of like the enormous punches that chronic illness can throw our way. And if you have a great friend or a romantic partner that you can bounce this stuff off of, that is awesome. Because I gotta tell you, when we got into that bowling alley, I was like, oh, it's so loud and it's not very air conditioned and I'm tired and I wish we didn't have to do this. And I really only had to say that and look at my fiance's face to be like, right, and now I'm gonna rein it in and I'm gonna put a big smile on it and I'm gonna roll with this. And he was like, yeah, good, you got it. Because I needed that reinforcement. It's this kind of flexibility and practicing the exercise of choosing to find the positive in a negative situation that builds resilience, babe. And in the long run, this is really going to pay off for you because that resilience is going to show up in all different areas of your life, especially with all the stuff around chronic illness. So when shit hits the fan, you will be able to deal. Refuse to let life knock you down, babe. You gotta bob and weave, roll with the punches. Thank you so much for watching today. How do you roll with the punches? I would love to know. I would love to know how you've handled a surprise in your life. So fill me in, join the conversation in the comments below, or head over to the blog at chronicbabe.com where we have an ongoing conversation. It's pretty great. I want to hear what you have to say. And if you liked what you saw today, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss a video. And I picked another one for you to watch right now. I think you're gonna like it. All right, until we meet again, be AWAP. Mwah. Beep. I am a dork.